Nestled in the foothills of Colorado, Thunder Valley Motocross is known as one of the most breathtaking tracks in the outdoor circuit. James Stewart, with dominating performance early in the season, looks to keep the momentum alive in Colorado.
Everything rolling the Stewart's way early in the 2012 season.
Tommy Hahn and number 21 at Jake Weimer comes up the inside, and James Stewart is going to work.
I mean, if I'm Stewart, I'm out front, and basically, once again, I'm riding my own race. I get past these obstacles, which are the other riders, and I get a clean track, and I put down hard, fast laps.
And Stewart! It is Stewart who has gone down while leading this race.
James Stewart is on the ground, and we have riders all making their way around him. Tim, he's 4-0 for the year, and he's getting up deep in this pack.
James Stewart is in the Suzuki pits, and something is wrong. We're not sure if it's the machine or James himself.
Yeah, I mean, his initial response is that a spectator ran across the track. He was going to go to the inside where he went, but a spectator ran across the track, so he changed and went to the outside. And when he did that, he lost the front because it's real soft and muddy out there.
I think he's going to try to ride. His hand's sore, but you know, he's a tough kid, so I think he's going to try to come out there in second moto and try to get some points anyway.
Oh, hey. We should have had that other tire on probably. He says you don't like these intermediates that much. There's proof right there.
He looked like he was
Yeah, his hand. Yeah.
Is he, but you think he'll be good for the next?
I don't know yet. Got to get ready just in case.
Yeah, okay.
After what could be called a perfect start to the season, 4 moto wins, both fastest practice lap times, and the confidence to do it again, James went down hard. He's no stranger to the outdoors and understands what it takes to endure a grueling season. The team prepared for Moto 2 as they awaited the final decision.
The status is we're waiting until the last second for the gate drive of the second 450 moto, but James is in the bus. His hand is hurt a little bit, and we're just like, hey, it's, you know, let's just wait and go home and see what the doctor says, you know. So at this point, we're like, it's not worth taking a chance, you know, to injure it further. So, but he wants to ride. He's like, right now, I'm still waiting right here. Like, he's going to come out with his gear on.
The championship hopes, I mean, right now, it's James is down. As we sit right now, he's down like, I think it's 14 points. After this, if Ryan wins it, it'll be like 36. And I mean, there's a lot of racing left. We've only had 2 races. This is the 3rd one.
Despite severe weather rolling through the area after Moto 1, fans lined the fences and surrounding vantage points to get a look at the starting line. To their disappointment, James Stewart was not on the gate. Instead, Ryan Dungey will take an early lead. As James watched his biggest competitor walk away with a win, the impact of the crash began to set in. With Ryan Dungey on top of the podium, the team works to keep James's confidence on high.
At that point, and it was just to go from winning everything, you know, to coming in to being the fastest to like down on the ground out of both motos, it was pretty difficult.
Hey, you know, this is motocross and it's racing, and you never know until it's over what's going to happen.
Yeah, this thing happened, but it's been a constant improvement every step of the way.
Oh, it has. Well, the last 7 days has obviously been, you know, difficult. You know, coming off of, you know, 1-1 Texas, you know, a good week of riding. Florida, you know, first time I've been home in over a month, so it was nice. And then, you know, at Thunder Valley, you know, set the fastest lap times in both practices. You know, got like a 10th place start, came up through those guys really quick. I was out front, pulling away, and then boom, it hit. Got ran across the track, you know, and then ended up kind of getting kicked going down the hill and losing my front end for about 50 yards. So I was down.
Just getting ready for the first moto here at High Point. You know, hopefully we can have a good race today, a couple of motos, but overall it's looking okay. You know, we qualified good in the practice. Only basically got 1 good lap in the practice because of guys getting in the way a little bit here and there, but he was able to pull out a good lap at the end there, just barely got a good lap in. So, but other than that, the track's pretty good. It's going to be hard, and maybe one line a little bit.
High point! Let's go racing!
Still favoring a sore wrist, James hoped to get the start and the lead in order to minimize the impact to his throttle hand. A bad start set him on a mission to come back up through the pack. As the moto progressed, the strength of his wrist quickly deteriorated.
Besides having the arm situation, it wasn't that, wasn't really frustrated. I was salvaging points. I was more frustrated in knowing that I felt good. About halfway in the moto, my condition felt good, but my body was, my arm was just beat down.
James's his ability to take a bike to really where no one's gone before, for us from an engineering standpoint is fantastic, because like I said, we know a lot about our bike, but we've learned a whole new chapter with James.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, Moto 2 coming up. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we can get a little bit better start this time.
For the second week in a row, a last-minute decision left James Stewart off the starting gate in Moto 2.
He was getting pumped up. He was like, here we go, here we go, here we go. But
who else is in there? Just mom and dad? Or?
Yeah. But I want to go talk to him. You need that strength in the arm. So.
All right, well, last week at Thunder Valley, he had that little bit of a get-off coming down that blind jump. It's a pretty fast part of the track. Hurt his hand. Took a couple days off this week. Rode a couple of times, but he just doesn't have the grip strength in his hand to race, even though we rode the first moto here. He wanted to ride. He's in his gear right now. He still wants to ride the second moto, but he just doesn't have the strength to hold on to the handlebars.
When you look at motorsports, the reality of motorsports is that one weekend you could be on top of the world, the next weekend you could be at the bottom of the bucket, and you got to be able to ride that wave up and down and in between. And so, yeah, we had, those 4 races were awesome. James was feeling good on the bike, and even at Lakewood, he felt great on the bike, and it was working good, and he was going fast. Something happened. Something that nobody could have expected happened.
I talked to Webb for a little bit, and he felt like he was just watching me ride, and he just felt like it wasn't right. Then just kind of when I was going off, and then I still ended up getting dressed. I was actually going to go out there and race again, and then my dad kind of talked to me and told me it's probably not the best thing to go out there and do it. And I think, it was also my decision. I just kind of knew, like, I didn't feel like I could do it. Like I said, if it was just pain, I could suck that up. But, when you're riding with numb hands, that's a whole different animal. And, I just felt like, with the situation and how many points we are down, to even try to risk that, and being out here because we want to be, I didn't think it was the right time to try to do that. And I didn't feel like I was going to make it. I felt like if anything, I would pull off or probably crash. So I didn't want to have to go through that, and so we just made a decision not to go in.
Next time on James Stewart Outsider.
We might have to take a few weeks off and let the hand heal up, maybe go see another doctor and get a couple opinions and see if there is something that's a little more wrong than what was first diagnosed. I don't know, but we'll just take it 1 week at a time and see.